The Arabian Peninsula is a land of breathtaking extremes. Shimmering sands, rugged mountains, and a relentless sun that dominates the horizon. Here, the landscape is both beautiful and unforgiving, shaped by millennia of wind and heat. The vast deserts stretch endlessly, their silence broken only by the whisper of shifting dunes and the rare call of a desert bird. For centuries, survival here meant a daily struggle for water, the most precious and elusive treasure. Every drop was hard-won, drawn from deep wells or gathered from fleeting rains. Communities learned to read the land, searching for hidden springs and jealously guarding their sources. Oases were lifelines, rare pockets of green that dictated where tribes could settle and life could flourish. These natural sanctuaries became centers of trade, culture, and survival, their waters sustaining generations. This scarcity shaped Saudi culture, instilling a deep respect for every drop. Water was not just a resource, it was a symbol of life, woven into traditions, rituals, and daily routines. Stories of hardship and ingenuity were passed down, teaching each generation the value of conservation. But the 20th century brought a turning point. Oil was discovered, cities rose from the sands, and the population soared. The nation transformed almost overnight as wealth and ambition fueled rapid development. Yet with growth came new challenges, and the ancient struggle for water intensified. Ancient wells and oases could no longer sustain the nation. The old ways, once reliable, began to falter under the weight of modern demands. Water scarcity threatened to limit progress and prosperity. Underground aquifers were rapidly depleting, drained faster than they could be replenished. The search for water grew desperate, and it became clear that a revolutionary solution was needed to secure the future. The answer lay in the vast, salty seas bordering the kingdom. The Red Sea and the Arabian Gulf, once seen as barriers, now offered hope, a seemingly endless supply of water, if only it could be transformed. Saudi Arabia faced a defining challenge: how to turn seawater into life. Scientists, engineers, and visionaries came together, determined to overcome nature's limits and rewrite the nation's destiny. The decision to pursue desalination would transform the nation's destiny. Massive plants rose along the coasts, harnessing cutting-edge technology to make the impossible possible. It marked the beginning of a journey from scarcity to global leadership in water creation. Saudi Arabia became a pioneer, sharing its expertise and innovations with the world. The desert's greatest challenge became the catalyst for bold innovation and national transformation, proving that even in the harshest environments, human ingenuity can turn scarcity into abundance. Standing on the shores of the Arabian Gulf, you can feel the weight of history and necessity in the air. For centuries, this coastline was a boundary between land and sea, between hope and hardship. Fresh water was always scarce, and the desert's harsh climate made survival a daily challenge. Saudi planners saw not just water, but survival. They looked out over the endless blue and imagined a future where the sea itself could quench the nation's thirst. It was a vision born from necessity, but fueled by ambition and ingenuity. Desalination, removing salt from seawater, became the kingdom's lifeline. The process, once considered too costly and complex, was embraced as the only way forward. Saudi Arabia invested heavily in research, technology, and infrastructure, determined to turn the impossible into reality. Today, Saudi Arabia leads the world in desalination, producing 70% of its drinking water this way. The country's coastline is now dotted with state-of-the-art plants, each one a symbol of resilience and progress. Massive coastal plants pump millions of cubic meters of fresh water daily, sustaining cities deep in the desert. These facilities operate around the clock, ensuring that even the most remote communities have access to clean, safe water. Giant pipelines carry this water inland, decoupling growth from natural water sources. The network stretches for hundreds of kilometers, crossing harsh terrain to reach cities and villages that would otherwise be uninhabitable. The Saline Water Conversion Corporation manages some of the world's largest, most advanced plants. Their teams monitor every stage of the process, from intake to distribution, ensuring efficiency and reliability on a massive scale. This vast infrastructure is a testament to necessity-driven innovation. It's a story of how a nation, faced with daunting odds, harnessed technology to secure its future. Desalination has enabled cities like Riyadh to thrive far from the coast. Parks, gardens, and fountains now flourish where once only sand and stone existed, transforming urban life. Saudi Arabia engineered its own water cycle, beginning and ending with the sea. The journey of each drop is a marvel of modern engineering, connecting the ocean to the heart of the desert. The nation's transformation is built on this technological marvel. It's a foundation for growth, prosperity, and a new way of life in one of the world's driest regions. What was once a dream is now daily reality for millions. Every glass of water, every green space, and every thriving community is a reminder of how innovation turned the tide for Saudi Arabia. The rise of modern Saudi Arabia is a story of oil, black gold hidden beneath endless sands waiting to be discovered, and water, an equally precious resource in a land defined by its arid climate and vast deserts, has shaped the nation's destiny just as profoundly. In the early days, teams searching for water stumbled upon vast oil reserves. This accidental discovery would change the course of history, as oil revenues soon funded an ambitious quest for water security. The first desalination plants, built in the 1960s and 70s, were modest in scale but revolutionary in impact. They marked the beginning of a new era, where technology would help conquer the harsh environment. The oil boom of the 1970s, especially after the 1973 oil crisis, brought unprecedented wealth. With this newfound prosperity, Saudi Arabia invested heavily in building the infrastructure needed to bring water to its people. Coastal cities like Jeddah became centers of innovation as massive desalination plants rose along the Red Sea. These facilities transformed salty seawater into life-sustaining fresh water, fueling urban growth and economic development. Water security soon became the bedrock of national progress, enabling agriculture, industry, and the growth of vibrant communities in places once thought uninhabitable. Decades of relentless investment and innovation have positioned Saudi Arabia as a global leader in water technology, pioneering new methods to meet the needs of a growing population. Today, the kingdom continues to expand and modernize its water systems, with over $80 billion earmarked for new projects in the coming decade, ensuring that water remains accessible for generations to come. Oil wealth has not only powered the nation's economy, but has also made possible the water infrastructure that underpins modern Saudi society. This is a story not just about two resources, but about vision, using the riches of the earth to overcome nature's greatest challenges and create a sustainable future. Saudi Arabia's future will continue to be forged at the intersection of oil and water, where innovation, resilience, and ambition shape the destiny of a nation. Early desalination relied on thermal technology, boiling seawater to separate salt from fresh water. Effective but energy-hungry, it burned vast amounts of oil. As sustainability concerns grew, Saudi Arabia shifted to reverse osmosis, RO, a more efficient process using high-pressure membranes. RO slashed energy use and marked a leap in water technology. Today, half the kingdom's desalination capacity uses RO. This shift saves oil, cuts costs, and reduces environmental impact. Saudi engineers have set world records for energy efficiency in desalination. The focus is now on producing water smarter, not just faster. Innovation has turned desalination into a refined, sustainable industry. The journey is from brute force to scientific finesse. For decades, oil powered Saudi Arabia's desalination miracle, burning 300,000 barrels a day. Now the kingdom is turning to its greatest natural asset, the sun. Solar-powered desalination is at the heart of Vision 2030, promising clean, resilient water. The NEOM project will soon deliver 500,000 cubic meters of fresh water daily, entirely with renewables. Other solar plants, like Al-Khafji, are following suit. This shift breaks the link between water and oil, reducing carbon emissions and stabilizing costs. The desert sun, once a symbol of hardship, is now a source of hope. Saudi Arabia is reimagining its future, where sun and sea work in harmony. Saudi Arabia is now using seawater, not just for drinking, but for building. The Novus Crete Consortium is pioneering concrete mixed with seawater, saving precious freshwater. This innovation could transform construction in arid regions worldwide. Seawater concrete is designed to be more durable, especially in harsh environments. It's a smart, circular approach, turning an abundant resource into a building block for the future. This project is a key part of Vision 2030's push for sustainability and economic diversification. Saudi ingenuity is finding value in the very salt it once sought to remove. Desalination's miracle comes with a price: brine, a salty waste that threatens marine life. The Arabian Gulf, already vulnerable, is becoming saltier due to constant brine discharge. This disrupts delicate ecosystems, harming mangroves, seagrass, and fish nurseries. Brine is often warmer and may contain chemicals, creating dead zones in coastal waters. Saudi Arabia is now seeking solutions, like brine mining, to extract valuable minerals. Turning waste into resource could offset environmental harm. Advanced diffusion techniques help brine mix more safely into the sea. The challenge is to balance human need with ocean health. Innovation must go hand in hand with stewardship. Saudi Arabia's reliance on desalination creates new vulnerabilities. Plants clustered on the coast are exposed to conflict, oil spills, and cyber threats. The Gulf War showed how quickly water supplies can be threatened. Technical failures or power outages could disrupt millions of lives. The kingdom is diversifying plant locations, investing in security, and building solar-powered, decentralized systems. Water conservation and recycling are also priorities to reduce dependence. Resilience is now as important as innovation. The future depends on preparing for every risk. Saudi Arabia's water revolution is a story of vision and determination. The challenge now is to produce water sustainably, in harmony with nature. Solar desalination, seawater concrete, and brine mining point to a greener future. Vision 2030 aims for prosperity and environmental stewardship. The world is watching, as Saudi solutions may help other arid regions. The kingdom is a living laboratory for water innovation. True progress means respecting the ecosystem that sustains us. The ultimate goal: a lasting respect for water, ensuring the desert's miracle endures for generations.